Welcome to the chapter Manage Settings. In this lesson, you will learn how to access the computer settings and what settings you can manage. You will see how to customize your desktop and how to set the date and time. You will learn how to adjust the computer's volume and also how to set the keyboard language. Finally, you will see how to create a user account. To start, click the Next button. On Windows 11, the Settings app is an essential component that allows you to configure and personalize virtually every aspect of the operating system. The app includes the settings you need to customize the look and feel, install and manage peripherals, configure networking settings, add and remove accounts, change language settings, and a lot more. There are several ways to access the application settings. One solution is to right-click the Start button and select Settings. You can also access settings by searching from the Start menu. To do this, open the Start menu, type Settings as a keyword in the search box, and click on the first result to open it. When you open Settings, you will see the System section by default. It lets you manage display, sound, notifications, focus assist, power, storage, multitasking, troubleshoot, recovery, etc. Click on each button to discover all menus. The Bluetooth and Devices section features a big button to start the setup to add new devices, and it houses the settings to customize Bluetooth, devices, printers and scanners, your phone, cameras, mouse, etc. The Network and Internet section includes the active network connection, access to the properties for the connection, and data usage information. This section contains the settings for Ethernet, Wi-Fi, and mobile hotspot. In the Personalization section, you will find a preview of the current situation. This section includes the settings for background, colors, themes, lock screen, touch keyboard, start, taskbar, fonts, and device usage. The Applications section allows you to manage, install, and uninstall applications on your computer. Choose the applications used depending on the file type, define apps that start when you sign in, etc. In the Accounts section, you will see all the information about your account. This section includes settings for sign-in options and managing Windows backup. The Time and Language section includes the date, time, and language settings. You will also find the keyboard typing settings. The Games section allows you to optimize your computer for playing games, including managing controller and keyboard settings. The Accessibility section includes the following settings: text size, visual effects, magnifier, color filter, subtitles, speech, keyboard, mouse, and eye control. The Privacy and Security section includes options for protecting your device and managing the permissions granted to some applications. Finally, there is the Windows Update section, which has a visual element indicating the status of the system update and a button to check for updates. Click Next to learn more about managing some settings. Windows 11 lets you change colors, wallpapers, and other settings to make your experience a little more personal. As seen before, to access the personalization settings, you have to open the settings and go to the Personalization section. You can also right-click on your desktop and choose Personalize in the drop-down list. To change the desktop background, click the Background section. You will have the possibility to choose an image proposed by Windows or one of your photos already saved on the computer. You can also choose to display several images as a slideshow, or you can simply choose a coloured background. You can change the theme used by Windows. A theme is a package that includes one or more background images, Windows colour, mouse pointer customizations, and in some cases, sounds. Windows offers 6 default themes with different wallpapers and settings. Once you click on one of them, the theme will be instantly applied to your computer. The date and time settings of a Windows computer are generally set up automatically as soon as you connect it to the Internet. However, you have the option to change these settings manually as well. To access the date and time settings, you have to open the settings, go to the Time and Language section, and select Date and Time. You can also right-click the clock on the taskbar and then click Adjust Date and Time. In the Settings menu, click on Time and Language, and then select Date and Time. Here you can switch the Set Time Automatically option to Off. Scroll down to set the date and time manually, and click on Change. A Change Date and Time dialog box will crop up. You can easily change the date and time settings from here. When you've picked the appropriate settings, click on Change. Your PC's date and time will be changed instantly. You can easily adjust or mute the sound volume of your computer. To do that, click on the speaker icon at the right end of the taskbar. Click the volume icon to the left of the slider to turn mute on and off. To adjust volume, use the slider beside the speaker icon. You can also access sound settings to manage more parameters. Right-click on the speaker icon at the right end of the taskbar and select Sound Settings. Practical exercises. Change desktop background with personal picture and manage sound. We have saved an image on the desktop. To start, right-click on this picture, bird_2. In the menu, click on the option Set as Desktop Background. The image is automatically set as your desktop background. In the taskbar, you can see that the volume of this computer is off as the mute icon is present. Click on this icon. Now click the volume icon to the left of the slider to turn the sound on. Congratulations! You have managed to change your desktop background and turned on the sound. It's important to set the keyboard language if you are using a different language keyboard, such as French or Spanish. It is only after selecting the appropriate language that the computer will recognize the characters typed from the corresponding keyboard. Before you can change the keyboard language, you must install the language pack of your desired target language. To do that, open the settings, go to the Time and Language section, and select Language and Region. Click Add a Language. Then select the language you want to use as the new keyboard language. To continue, click Next. Install the package by clicking the Install button. The language pack is now installed. You can set the appropriate keyboard layout in Windows. Click the language icon on the language bar. which should appear on your taskbar near where the clock is, and then click the language that you want to use. If you tend to swap between languages regularly, it may be easier to use keyboard shortcuts. Press Windows key and spacebar to switch keyboard language. If your computer is used by multiple users, it is better to create a user account for each. With this solution, you could set up accounts with different privileges for each user and keep an eye on how they are using the PC. Each person then sees their own start screen, apps, an account picture, and settings when they sign in. Your personal stuff, like your mail inbox and calendar appointments, is also kept separate. That means nobody else can read your email. Multiple people can be signed in at once. You don't have to close all your apps and sign out to let someone else use the PC. To create a user account, open the settings, go to Accounts section and select Family and Other Users. Click on Add Account to add another user. In the new dialog box, select the I don't have this person's sign-in information option. Now click on Add a user without a Microsoft account. You'll then get asked to set up the credentials for your new account. Enter a relevant username and set a strong password. Subsequently, set up relevant security questions to retrieve your password in case you forget it. Finally, click on Next again, and your account will be created. Your new user account is now created. We will now see how to switch accounts. To switch user accounts, click the Start menu icon in the taskbar. Click your profile, and then select the user account you would like to switch to from the context menu. Switch User functionality helps you switch between accounts without signing out from your account or closing apps and files. Your sessions, including opened apps and files folders, are preserved. Knowledge check. End of the chapter. Well done. You have completed the lesson Manage Settings. In this lesson, you learned how to access the computer settings and what settings you can manage. You saw how to customize your desktop and how to set the date and time. You learned how to adjust the computer's volume and also how to set the keyboard language. Finally, you managed to create a user account.